Okay, we're here for a new episode of the Who Art Thou podcast with the last Vinci. Alex, welcome back. Brasko,
Hello.
welcome on.
Hello, everyone.
Very excited. This room is amazing.
Yeah, we've been very lucky, honestly, lately.
It's not finished yet.
Yeah. It's like a professional podcast. I'm actually not in my bedroom for once. I'm in like technically a studio with headphones on.
Your bedroom was actually really cozy. Last time we had
thank you.
the stuff together was really cool anyway. So.
But we're here. I think we'll start this episode off first is talking about the last Vinci 10-year anniversary, which is pretty crazy. How do you feel about that milestone?
It's pretty impressive. I mean, I still don't believe that we are here. Also, I mean, I still don't believe that we are celebrating, the 10 years anniversary. Me and Brasko, because there's a crazy thing about it, okay? Because the reason, why it was so important, of course, apart from the milestone of the 10 years, is because, one of the singles of that song was a song that I have written for this boy here.
Yeah. The interesting fact is that I wasn't here 10 years ago with him, but he wrote this song talking about our friendship, and then we are back together, and yeah, it's amazing.
But the best part is actually that on drums I was playing with his brother.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's that's hilarious because the last Vinci literally started with I had a backing band. Okay, it was always me with someone else playing with me, and there was this young band in Turin. Because I started there, the first foundation of the band started there while we were in non-conventional sound. Our previous band together, and we've been around a lot, and I needed the kind of switch, and I wanted to sing in English, and I needed to have a strong band behind me, and his brother is a legend of a drummer, and that's it. But it's really, and literally it's really funny the fact that we got back together, and I tried, for so long at the time we were very disconnected. Okay, the fact that I left the country was kind of a heartbreaking thing for him, and also the band literally fell apart in a way, not because of my fault but because of different reasons connected to the fact that there was kind of a division in that moment. Okay, so and I tried all my best to try to bring him here to Ireland, even just to visit me, but it was very tough. And the reason why I wrote Free From Yourself, and it was because I didn't know how to communicate back with him. And the best part was that when that actually happened, that song went out. It was my second single when my album was out. And the best part was that literally that was, one of the first, step of reconnection between me and him, because Brasko was one of the person who was, most excited about the album, and it was really connected because, we grew up together. We know each other since we were 3 years old.
You sure the cover of it is like, what age he is in that photo?
3 years old. Literally it was,
Yeah.
I don't know if it was 3 or 4. Might be 4.
No, anyway, probably it was 1989.
Yeah, it can be.
It's the date.
Yeah, and it was very funny because if we see that picture now, with all the people that were around us, friends, some of them we were connected for a long time, and then it's hilarious to see that we are back together here. We started our first band together. We signed our first label contract together. We did all the steps. We play incredible stages together, and then we suddenly, it was my fault in a way because I decided to leave and I wanted to take another direction. Okay, so, but
we got disconnected also for lifestyles. We were taking two different ways, but yeah, there was like a pause in our friendship. And yeah, the funny thing is that this song is celebrating the 10 years of the album, of course, but it's also celebrating the 30 years and more of our friendship. So
we are
touching
old.
for me.
We are fucking old.
Was there a couple
But gold.
All but gold.
What was it like assembling that music video actually for it?
The reason why we
What was it like assembling it? Because there's a lot of old photos and everything is adorable.
The amount of stuff
We contacted my father asking for videos.
Yeah, the best part that his father sent us a lot of videos were completely unrelated to what we were looking for. It's like, wait a second. No, I needed to go in my attic to get out all the all the hard drivers, hard drivers that I left it there with all the old stuff, and I found all the ugly digital cameras videos that we, in that moment of transition between, the classic, roll tape of the normal cameras going to the digital world. This super high pixelated stuff that was so silly. I mean,
pretty millennial. Like us, in between.
The funny thing is that camera quality now people strive to get. Do you know, like
they try to re-emulate that.
They can't do it.
I don't know why, because honestly, to be fair, between the vintage and like the one it was, like in the 70s and the 80s, it was different. But the 2000 period of time,
just those pixel squares the whole time.
It's horrible, man. I mean, it's really but it was really nice to see, the journey we've done. Is we didn't want to have kind of, probably the nostalgic thing. Went through the idea of the video, but for us, it wasn't a celebration of the past. It was a celebration of the present. To see, Jesus, we got till here. And we never been so well. We've been working a lot. The last years we've been, constantly touring and constantly writing and also, at the least, for me, but I can say I can speak for you as well, is the fact that, we are trying to live the journey as much as we can. We get out from the idea of, of the standard, classic idea that, we have to do this because we have to have success. It's just for, we are telling a story, that it's our story. It's not only, the story about our friendship, but in general, the last Vinci, I'm writing a lot of stuff that is related to normal life, and because without life there's no art in a way. That's the tough part, because you can try to sit down on a table, try to make the best artificial intelligence song, to try to nail the algorithm and all this kind of
TikTok
thing.
bands.
Exactly. I know, but there's nothing wrong with that. The thing is that is where they tell you where you have to go. But I think that music is a language, is a way to express yourself, and you need to use the music to say something until you have something to say. I keep saying to Brasketto that, sorry, I call Brasketto because, it's Brasketto. Jesus Christ, we look so...
No worries. It's okay.
Literally, I keep saying to Brasko the fact that, we're going to run this band until, we have something to say. Okay. The day that we won't have anything to say anymore, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to keep going ahead, with a band. You don't have to do it. Of course, there are bands that keep going because they have employees, they have stuff they have to do, but it's hard, when you have nothing to say, and so that's until that stuff is there, we're gonna keep going. So that's the thing.
And speaking of something to say, you have a new single out.
Yes.
Sonova Beach.
Yeah. Pronunciate that in the right way, Lara. Pronunciate it, yeah.
Well, I did pronounce it in the right way.
Yeah, you were right. That's the thing. For us, it actually doesn't make any difference.
Where did that song come from?
It was the first song we have written. Actually, it's a very old song first.
It was almost there to be part of the Revolution is Made Together, our previous album. But in the end, we just... it was a bit... there was too much maybe work to do on that to
try to fit in the track.
So we already had a lot of stuff already done and to work on, and so we decided to keep it there. But just a matter of time.
Yeah, exactly. No, but it also was kind of between the rest of the songs we had in the album, it was the more punkish one, the other songs of Revolution, they were mainly more more intense, more, the BPM they were way lower, it wasn't matching correctly in the middle of the track list. Okay, so, but we love that song because, in particular, we love the riff at the end of the song.
Tasty riff.
We can't wait to play that one. When we played at the Siege for the first time.
Nice.
It was a horrible experience because they say, "Oh my God, this song is too fast." Jesus Christ. We were just, "Oh my God."
Yeah, we were dying.
We were really, and the best part was that literally the room, we were the first band playing the warehouse stage at the Siege at 1:20 p.m. in the afternoon. I was expecting to see some heads, but not the full room, you know. And a lot of people were there with us. I mean, for us. So it was, I mean, impressive. So it's like, oh Jesus Christ! Now we have to perform well. But when we started with the final riff, it was madness. It was really cool.
I've yet to go to the Siege. I have to go. I know I haven't been.
You've never been to the Siege?
I've never been.
It's amazing.
I got ripped out of it. Every podcast I do with metal bands, they rip me out of it. They're like, how the fuck have you not gone?
No, you have to do it. You come with us next time.
Yeah, I have to go to the next one. Yeah.
No, go to the next one because, I mean, the Siege, I mean, and just a couple of nice words about Bad Reputation guys, John and Kieran, to do what they are doing for the Irish music scene, because it's something that it's more than a festival. It's a community experience that is around the heavy music. Because, I mean, I never thought, I mean, that we were actually matching with the Siege people. And just because I never thought we were heavy enough to be, you know.
You're pretty heavy.
I know we're heavy.
I always thought we are too much heavy for pop, but too much pop for heavy stuff, and for metal. Yeah,
that's always been kind of
in between.
But then metalheads loves us, so that's kind of that's another thing. And I mean, the last times
maybe they love him.
No. It's the whole band. I was behind you on your drum kit yesterday. You smacked the shit out of those drums. So.
Yeah, because Barra literally was a very lucky guy. It was our first guest ever listening to a full set list in our studio. So
I genuinely really enjoyed it. We'll talk about what I heard later on, because we'll still talk about this single, because you did an amazing music video for it.
Oh yeah.
Whose idea was that?
Oh, I mean, you want to say something, Brasketto, on this? I mean, the idea was coming, of course. Me and Brasketto, I mean, we when we have ideas for videos, we spend time together. Say, oh, I have this idea for the video.
Storyboard the whole thing.
Do we have the money to do it? No. Okay. How can we make it possible? So.
This time it was nice because we had an initial idea about the structure of the video. But then on the day of the video, Shane Serrano, the director, just came in with an idea about the structure and not to do like half video and then another half of the video. It's just more
dynamic.
I mean,
it got the point. It got the idea that we had behind, you know, the song. Despite, I mean, we have to know this also about Shane, because poor Shane sometimes he get my calls about videos. Say, look, man, I have an idea for the video.
Here we go.
But I mean, exactly, literally, it's like, you know, when you get in the kind of weird call from a relative to say, oh, Jesus Christ again, oh my God, and
a weird uncle.
Yeah, exactly. And it's also, I mean, Shane spent the time to mock me on the set. I mean, all the time. I mean, it's amazing. Like when we filmed the video of Billie Eilish cover, and I mean, he told me, I mean, I will never lose the opportunity to put you in a kind of ridiculous place, you know, it's kind of this. And he actually is really good to do that. But no, I mean, for Sonova Beach was really cool because it was a team effort about to make it in that way. We wanted to involve the people of Cork.
Yeah, it's quite an ode to kind of Cork bands and Cork in general. Yeah.
Yes, we say, I mean, let's do a Cork thing, because I mean, the Cork scene at the moment is just pure joy. Okay, it's an amazing place, and of course, we wanted to have Evan. You know, I mean, for one
a complete chance there the whole time.
Exactly. I mean, and we wanted to have him.
Is he method acting for that, or is that just him?
That's. I mean, Bara. I mean, you say it. I mean, I didn't say it. Okay, but anyway, let's say that. I mean, what inspired me so much was Emily's face one night at the Freds. That look at him in this kind of, you know, weird way, you know, and I say, yes, that's what I want for the video, you know, and it was the initial part of the video, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, and then we wanted to involve other people, and so we have Richard from Skies Behind, we have, you know, Malakim from Spit, all the Worn Out guys, and you know, it was, I mean, all the you know, Fred Zeppelin stuff that is, I mean, Fred Zeppelin, I mean, despite is a super raw place where to play, is our home for many things. So, And it's amazing to see that. I mean, Karen from the Freds, she is the best manager ever. I mean, as soon as we text her to do it, it's like, yes, let's do it. It's, to have this kind of feeling that you are not alone. Also, the other people, I mean, who actually answered our call about, to be in the video of our fan base was really cool. It was really nice. And, it was just literally one day of filming. I mean,
Did you get it done in one day?
Yes, man.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, literally, we met up at 10:30.
We told you Shane is a legend.
Yeah, that's impressive. There's a lot of location shots in that video.
Yeah. We organized that to try to be as much as fast as possible to do it. So we filmed from 11 in the morning till 9 in the evening. And nice. with a selection of places and where to go and just organize the shooting also depending on the logistics. He looks like I'm a manager. He's crazy. It's kind of that I never done this in the past. But it's kind of and so it was really cool because the environment was very relaxed. We are so used to work with Shane. I mean, it's like I don't know if it's myself that I prefer to be surrounded by people that I know that they're gonna deliver the work, and at the same time you can have an amazing time with them. So for me, it's so important, and it's one of the reasons why you are here, Barak.
Oh, thank you.
And but is the fact of enjoying the process, a lot. So we work so many times together lately. So. In the last years, so when you see each other, it's just, hey man, how are you? I mean, the first hour of the video when Shane came over to Evan's place and we started to film, it was all about talking about dogs. And and at one point we say, guys, we have to start filming, because it was actually, but it was so chill. That is the reason also why it went so smoothly, that's amazing thing. But yeah, I mean, Shane was really good to bring, our idea to a different place and to bring the topic of the video in where we wanted to bring it, we're very, very happy.
Oh, it was a great video. I remember when the first time I watched it, I was like, oh, look, it's himself. I saw Richard from Skies Behind. I was like, is there going to be more? And then just they keep popping up the whole time. It's Spit and Punches Pilot, and then what the other bands are?
And the Worn Out.
Worn Out.
Course, it was Alexander and Alex in Worn Out.
Full of cameo.
Yeah, exactly. Your daughter's in it.
That's my daughter, yes. Yeah, I had to.
There's also Pasquale.
And we have to mention Pasquale. Pasquale, you have to know that is the Italian shopkeeper. of the Italian shop in Cork.
Right.
He's a legendary figure for the Italians in Cork. And I needed a shop where to film one of the scene, and I went over to him and I say, look, Pasquale, your shop is actually perfect for what we need. And I don't know if you tell me if we have to rent the place, the space, and he told me, oh, look, I can give you the place for free, but can I be in the video? And they thought, yes, man.
Yeah. Fair trade.
You're going to be on YouTube. You're going to be on YouTube. I said, yeah, I'm very happy to be on YouTube. And it was great because for us bringing him into one of our videos, apart from being weirdos Italians living in Cork, it's just again, when you're a foreigner in a different land, it's good to have some kind of point of reference of people that that you can always count on them. And Pasquale, just for the simple thing of buying some Italian products that I'm going there to buy the flour for the pizza. I'm going there buying 25 kilo of flour pizza.
Which I had that pizza last night. It was one of the nicest pizzas I've ever had.
Thank you. Keep sponsoring that.
I will.
If someone want to have a pizza, come over to here in Cork, okay? Bishopstown, you can do it. And so it was really cool to have him as well, And in the last years, we did that multiple times, okay? To have people that have been part of our journey in life to bring in our videos, Because it's just, when you look at that again after, I don't know, 1 year, 2 years, and life can change, for everyone, and seeing that actually you have that person there. Also, I think I found it very beautiful about songs in general, that you encapsulate a meaning or a message in one thing and you put it there and it's a song, it's gonna be there forever. And it's like, like a painting, I love that about art because it's great. And the fact to bring in people in, also in that scene with Pasquale, there's also Susanna is one of my best friend. They're my colleagues since 13 years, and is one of really, and I wanted to have her there, and of course my daughter, because she was hammering because she was one to act and that's it. So
and also, like, obviously new song, we're also experiencing new music from the last Vinci as well, which I got to hear a sample of. If you want to tell us a little bit about that. I was listening to that yesterday and was like, this sounds unreal. I was very, very excited.
Thank you. I mean, it's what can we say? I mean, it's literally we
had a lot of material and ready to be recorded, but we have to understand how to do it. But we have the stuff.
And for sure, I mean, one of the reasons why we're here is because the Narrow studio for Narrow the Records has been expanded. So we are working, I mean, it's going to be finished in the next weeks. And the plan is literally, probably we were going to record the album here fully.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, that's the plan. And
were you meant to drop that it was an album already, or?
That's okay. I mean, actually, there's more than one, but it's another story. I mean, we have plenty of stuff. We're gonna play some of the new songs. I mean, in the live show that we're gonna have on Friday at the Kino. So I mean, we can't wait to start playing the new songs because we've been working. I mean, since ages on that one, and we're very lucky to have a space like this that is actually our creative cabin where we can literally, express ourselves all the time we want, and
record ourselves.
Exactly.
Pretty handy.
Yeah, and then we have our dream team. I mean, Tom Peters and Stephen Carrison. I mean, in Liverpool.
Of course.
Yeah. I mean, when we record they make sound our shit well. So
Tom Peters, the stuff that Tom Peters does is crazy.
Tom Peters is a legend. He needs to win a Grammy. Okay, that I say this live. I mean, Tom Peters has to win a Grammy award. Okay, because he deserved that so much.
I know, like, we won't, not without any spoilers, but is there any kind of particular direction you're bringing in the album that would be different to previous Last Vinci music?
I don't know.
It sounds heavier. Would that be fair to say?
Again, we're heavier again. I thought it was we weren't heavy.
We don't do it on purpose.
Okay, so I mean, I cannot spoil now. I mean, everything about that. I just tell you that we have two different souls in the new music. Okay. So, and the easiest one, of course, is the heavy one because we already know how to do it. Okay. There's a big bunch of new songs that they are coming from a completely different point and different instruments as well.
Okay.
It's kind of, it's interesting the direction we're taking for that. So that's the reason why we don't know yet when and how, it's been, the stuff is going to be released. And because when it's happened, the beautiful thing to have so much stuff to rely on and say, okay, what are we going to do with this? Because
you have to handle it.
Okay.
Somehow.
It's not easy,
No, I can't imagine it is. It's a big undertaking.
For sure, we've been inspired with, bands that we were touring together with, all the bands that we were, like in the UK, we're thinking about Blank Atlas, or we're thinking about bands like Congaroo in Germany, and of course, Clit Drip from Brighton. They're, I mean, for me in particular, they've been so inspirational for everything. I mean, for me, they're already the new Radiohead for the inspirational thing, the way how they. I mean, I know maybe people don't. I mean, think that Radiohead are good, but I think that Radiohead are one of the best band in the last 20 years.
Never listened to a Radiohead album.
Really?
Never.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Okay, get the fuck out from my studio.
Next year, you're gonna come to the Siege with us, and in the car we're gonna listen to Radiohead, just Radiohead.
Dave Newell from Chancer actually when he found out that I'd never listened to Radiohead, he was in my house and he goes, "You're not allowed to have a music podcast." He's like, "I'm taking this from you."
You should listen to Radiohead.
I still haven't listened to it.
You should listen to Radiohead.
I know they're good. It's just that any music my brother gets involved in, I just mindlessly go, no.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. But what was I going to ask you? Oh, about Narrow Door, actually. Just what you've built is absolutely fantastic. I was hoping, where do you see it expanding it even further?
Oh, I mean, that's I don't know where to start for this, because literally the direction of Narrow Door Records is for sure to try to bring, that gap of genre music that in particular in Ireland we have, that they're not metal, there's not pop, but there's all the heavy stuff with, amazing anthems and lovely choruses, bring to life, I want to try to create a space. I use it in our studio as well to give the opportunity to bands that are, cool in a genre that is in the middle of this to try to express themselves. Okay, so that's the main thing. Okay, then of course, we're gonna hold for a while with the narrow door tours in particular, because we're gonna be very busy with Last Vinci, and By Curious is going ahead a lot. By Curious, of course, is the main band of the label, and despite they sign with Whiskey Monster now, but all the management work with them is huge, and they're flying, they're unbelievable. But the main thing is that Narrow Door Records, need to be, like the name of the label, it's, just want to give a different kind of impression how music should be done, okay? Not because our way of doing it is the right one, okay? It's just because it's, what I believe is that happiness is going through a narrow door. It's kind of, it's not easy. And an analogy with that is related to the music business because it's, it's so hard. To try to, in a world like now that the competition about music is crazy, and the only thing you can try is to navigate this ocean of streaming services. Fake bots of streams and opportunities you can try to get, and get the real followers of the fake followers. It solely looks like fake and real at the same time. Sometimes I'm getting very frustrated when I work with this. Just because, sometimes I forget why we're doing this, okay? And then as soon as I get back to the music, I say, there's a reason why we're doing this. So the focus is to try to work as much as we can on building up, new artists, new bands, that are gonna, expand, the world of the heavy rock, or in general, stuff that bring, the joy of a metal environment, but with some that we can sing along as well.
Yeah. Well, you're lucky. Cork seems to be where it's at the moment in terms of music. Like the bands that have come out of Cork in the last 10, 15 years, it's just every time it seems, where are they coming from? What is it about Cork that you think lends itself to that kind of, first off, a great community with people actually going to the gigs and having fun, but then also the actual talent of the bands?
Yeah, for sure, one positive thing of the Cork music scene at the moment is the fact that we stopped to fight each other between promoters, between people that work in, together. And I have to generally say, after the pandemic, we had one choice, because we didn't have venues anymore almost, okay? So it was crazy. So we started to talk to each other between promoters to say, okay, what can we fix? How can we fix this, And I have to mention, Evan from That Cult and Worn Out,
do we have to mention him?
I know, I'm sorry, He's going to be happy that I mentioned him, come on. And to be fair, it started with his idea of, bringing the promoters together to make a calendar. We open a group on Messenger with all the promoters to say, look, guys, instead of, try to kill each other with the gigs, because we don't have places as well. Anymore. After the pandemic was a horrible situation. So you say, look, let's do a calendar, that we can share where we know who's booking the gig and where, so we don't, cross the promotion, to avoid to book on the same day. And, Cork is big, but not so big, so dragging the attention of the scene is not always very easy, So maybe they go on one place, they cannot be in the same place and do, in the same time. So, so the thing is that, it started with that. Then I stepped in with the idea, look, but why we're not start to fix these things of the venues together? Let's try to organize, meetings, to try to see if we can work together. And that little seed of idea of community work started everything, because in the end of the story, going through the years, a lot of promoters stopped to do music promotion. Okay, so and venues were very few. So and me and Evan, Narrow Records and that Carl, we started to keep going on our journey, but we kept helping each other. So and going through the years, and that thing actually made such a difference, and it's the reason why the Cork scene is so strong now. It's just because we create an environment where there's no, pass me the term, there's no cockiness on that. Okay, I mean the fact that you go to a gig, you have the best time ever. I would send my kids to a metal gig more than a night in a club or a teenage disco because
probably be
it's safer.
Yeah.
It's safer.
Probably is. Like.
And it's a joy, is the fact that, it's funny because, yesterday night, as you know, we were here, Evan was here, and we're having a pizza all together, guys, because that's the kind of thing, people are coming over to my place to do music stuff, and then we always finish to eat all together and spending time chatting. And
yeah, they come here to do music stuff, just waiting for the pizza.
That's the kind of thing. But, we were asking to each other, we have 2 events this week. You have the Dead Cup Christmas party on the 14th of December. We have the gig on the 13th, and we were checking each other. How are your sales going? How isn't that? Oh yeah, it's good. And we were thinking about doing stuff together in the future. That is just the simple thing of 2 people trying to help each other. That it's crazy, the miracle that something like so simple like 2 people helping each other can create it around them. So, and of course, this stuff won't last forever if we won't keep nurturing this attitude, okay? So we need always be very conscious that we need to try to put our ego, aside, because it's always very tempting. The music environment try to push you to be at the center of everything. Try to, it's me. It's it's very tough, So until we keep the collaborative approach, we're gonna keep doing that. Also, because we have, strangely, some new venues and some people that are willing to run more gigs. We're going to have Dali, that is actually start running gigs. The Kino guys are, finally we have new management there. They're willing to help the scene, because for years we have places where technically we can run gigs, but there was no intention for the people managing these places to give us the space to run gigs. So yeah, there are plenty of things. So now the race is going to keep going on the direction of being supportive for the Cork scene in general. And also within our studio, giving the chance to other bands to record, of course. We're going to use it for all the outdoor bands,
Fantastic.
And, but in general, we're going to be with the idea to try to create, a bigger family as much as we can, okay? Where we're going to go, who knows? I don't know. We have just today, so we don't know how it's going to be in the next 5 years. And who knows, But the thing that we keep going right, the main core is the music and the people. So,
but even just looking at it from a perspective of Dublin, it's just like, why can't we have that? Because it just
you had that. Man.
We had it. Yeah.
I know. The Sweeney's night. What? First gig of the last Vinci in Dublin. The Sweeney's with all the Knock and Stock and guys organizing with Diamond Store Records,
Oh yeah.
I do remember that. The Sweeney's nights is they were what we're doing now here. In a different way, but the kind of community spirit it's there here now.
Very much.
And
so,
I remember that at the time with the Sweeney's, it was very similar to what we're living now here, but in Cork it wasn't like this. It was everybody was not always. You're doing this. Oh no, I'm doing better. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think that's kind of creeped into Dublin now.
I think that it's a normal kind of. Thing that can happen in generally in the human attitude, to try to think that, I have to take care of my shit and nobody have to step in my way, because it's hard to open yourself to someone else. 100%. So who is doing that? And it makes a difference. I'm not saying that it's easy, but in a longer kind of, period of time, it brings the results. Because you just create a different environment where to do things, and that's nice. Because what we have done, for in our other records, but also with the Last Vinci in general, I know who do I have to call. I know that I can be helped by some people that have always been there for me, despite, they're not my friends, but they understood that there's no harm to help me because I don't want to stab them in the back.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of I know, but it's
I know what you're saying. Yeah.
So it's crazy, but it's a hard journey because sometimes I say to myself, what the hell I'm doing this? I mean, why? I mean, then sometimes it's happened. It's happened. When it was a gig in the pharmacy. It was Super Tour with Pretty Limited, and in the pharmacy, and it was a tough gig, and there were some guys there with a T-shirt of Kangaroo, that we brought here last year, and this guy told me, "Oh, you have no idea how much the album of Kangaroo influenced me. If it wasn't for you, I wasn't listening to this music now."
Oh wow! Okay.
That made me think, you start thinking about all the business things, and the results, the profit, all this kind of bullshit, okay. But then you see that someone getting inspired by an artist that you brought here that nobody would have, brought here before if it wasn't for an idiot like me that I still want to lose money bringing bands from abroad. But it made a difference for me. That single person saying, that album, made a difference for me. In the last years, it helped me a lot. It was, whoa. That's cool.
But sure, even I was interviewing somebody, Huntings, and I was like, what was one of the best gigs you were at this year? And they said the Clit Trip gig in Whelan's upstairs. They said it could have been more. They were like, we wish more people were out, but by God, that band put on a fantastic show, and they wouldn't have known about them if the gig wasn't on. So
Imagine.
That was also an Narrador gig as well.
I know. It's that's the kind of thing, Also because if you're not going through the standard channels, of promotion, and you start to stay DIY in a way and try to get space, in Dublin in particular, it's very hard.
For spaces?
In general, for getting considered by people, that you're doing something different,
Yeah.
Because you're not friend of a friend, or you're not, included in a certain kind of bucket of artists that, you're not like Fontaines DC, just to give an idea. Nothing.
No, that was very much about, there was bands that everybody sounded like Fontaines DC at one point.
I know. But it's more like, there's a category of people, that literally, they just go with the flow depending on what is going, Bringing something new is hard because it is risky. And all the time, I'm very happy that I did what I've done in the last years for bringing bands to Ireland, because otherwise we didn't have the opportunity. And we will try to keep doing that. It's just the fact that, we have only, two hands and to do everything. I have already my partner Jack helping me with everything. Brasko is taking care of the website, and we try to do all this kind of stuff together, but we have a life as well.
It's a lot.
Exactly. So,
speaking of gigs, actually, we should talk about the one that you're putting on the 13th.
Yes.
Who are the bands that you have on support with it?
Let's get to go ahead.
Yeah, we're gonna have the two single men in their 20s.
That's one of the best band names I've seen of recent memory.
Yeah, and also there's Conal there. That was our bass player for
years.
Yeah, 4 years, I think.
I think the first time I saw him, he was playing with you guys. The first time I saw you guys, he was playing with you. Yeah.
He wrote with us "Revolution Is Made Together."
Yeah.
And so I'm also a bit excited because it will be the second time playing in front of him. I can't wait. And
then we have Other Mother. This actually is the other band from Cork.
Oh, fantastic.
Gonna be, a proper Cork gig. It's gonna be very interesting. Yeah, no, also we play the Kino, and that is something really special for us because it's our biggest, headline gig to date. We never had the chance to play in bigger venue apart from, we supported it so much from afar in the Cypress Avenue, but it was support slot, but this is the first big headline gig we do, over the one under, the Cap venue. So it's we're very excited about that. We're going to bring, we're going to have a full team for us, working for us. It's a nice test for us for many things, and we are really excited.
No, it should be fantastic.
Yeah.
But what this portion is? It's the silly question portion.
Yes.
I love silly questions.
So, well, not really. I call the questions I'd ask you if we were in a bar. So, first question is, what was the best live show you saw this year? if you can think of one.
We'll go first. You go first. You never go to gigs. That's the thing.
Yeah. I would say this year I saw the Idols in Italy.
Oh,
and apart from it was the first time for me to see the Idols live. And also, in Italy, I was not concerned, but it's not the same that UK, Ireland. It's like far away from there,
Mindset.
But yeah, I really enjoy that, and also the people. So yeah, it was cool.
I don't
to
think
see
I've-
how Italians are enjoying these shows, are how idols are understood also in another country from other people, other culture, and yeah, it was nice. And also they have an amazing show at the moment.
Phenomenal.
I don't think they've ever put on anything other than just a fantastic show. I've seen them quite a lot now, and every time I see them, I'm kind of like, Jesus Christ. Very, very, very good band.
I saw them as well in Dublin. I mean, at the Olympia, and
With Chalk, wasn't it?
yeah, it was whoa.
I heard that was a great show, yeah.
I mean, for me, I think that's probably the best show I saw this year. I mean, I'm not kidding. It was weird to say, but it was Clit Drip at the Freds.
Yeah,
Yep.
also Clit Drip.
I saw...
I forgot to mention Clit Drip because it was
It was something else.
Yeah, I can't remember why I didn't get to see the Dublin show, and then the next day I was watching the videos. I was like, God damn it! And then the Cork one as well. I was just like, they're just looking like an insane band to see live. Is it just a 3-piece?
Yes,
Yeah.
man. I
No.
mean, literally, Scott has a pedal board that is bigger
and
than in the airport.
3-piece and 2 instruments because there's the singer is just singing. So it was, oh my God. And
Great Scott!
I was in love with them before, but when I saw them live, it was like, oh, for real. Yeah, amazing.
How did you hear about them, actually, Alex?
It's very funny to say. I mean,
By the way,
they
it's gas,
were-
by the way, did you pick your own gig as your favorite gig that you
I mean,
What an advertisement for Hardware.
I didn't say. No, I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, I saw many gigs this year. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
if I have to mention another big gig, I went to see the Foo Fighters in London. And,
Oh, wow, okay.
But, it's a different kind of, for me, I mean, going to the Foo Fighters, I went with my wife to see them. I mean, it's a traditional thing. I mean, since 2008 when we went to see them in Wembley. And I mean, I saw them many times. I don't care about their music anymore. I just care to go to see them.
Yeah, fair
I mean,
enough.
it's not. I mean, it's a family thing now. It's kind of.
The last album was quite good, though.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. I mean, unfortunately, I need to. I mean, to lose a friend to write a good album.
his mom.
And his mom as well.
Yeah.
So it's a kind of a combination of, again, music is a language. So when
Yeah.
you want to express something like this and it's tough, it came out pretty well for that. And but yeah, I mean, it's a different kind of story. Clit Drip literally blew my mind, and I met them the first time because they were opening for Bicurious in Sheffield. I mean,
okay.
they were opening with Bicurious in Sheffield for Alpha Male Tea Party.
Oh, wow. Okay, that makes sense.
It was a record junkie in Sheffield, and they completely blew my mind. I mean, they went off stage and they went there to say, "Do you have a manager?" Because I'm very willing. I think that it was Scott and Annie there at the time. They didn't know me, and they were scared when I went over there because I was like, "Do you need a manager? I want to." It was kind
I
of.
can cook pizza.
And I actually did. That's the thing.
Of course you
after
did.
that, when we toured together, I mean, it was one of the best experiences we ever done with another band. And also because, I mean, they are incredible people. They're not only great, really embarrassing, prepared musician. They are something else as human beings. And I mean, it was really cool spending time with them. And yeah, we created a great legacy with them. We're good friends now. So
We had great times with them, and it was a bit unexpected at the beginning because at least in my mind they were too much. I mean, too much beyond. I don't know.
they were too good. For
Too
us.
good, and they cannot be also
Sound.
sounds people. Instead, They are.
They are. I mean, they were so friendly. I mean, just to give you an idea, I mean, we just, after touring with them, we bought a sample pad. I mean, a sampler that
Which you put to great use the other day.
I know, exactly. And he's not talking about the samples, Brasko. He's not talking about that at all, at all. Yeah, you have to know, for the people that, listen to what we're doing. During the live shows, Brasko is always very well prepared with a lot of very stupid samples. And they're very classy. I mean, but they just make the turn, They became
the goat noise. It's needed.
I know. It's part of our show, so you have to come to our show. Come to Cork this week to see that.
I want to listen to my samples,
not our music, just the samples of Brasko. No, but it's what I was about to say. I don't remember anymore. No, look. I mean,
you were saying that my sample pad is.
It's class, but that same sample pad we bought recently, it was because we saw Daphne, the drummer of Clay Draper, using it. And poor Daphne, she was just getting vocal messages of us because we couldn't figure it out how to make it work. Say, Daphne, sorry. I mean, we bought the same one you have, but we don't know what to do here. And she was
what happened if we push that button?
And they say, read the guide, motherfuckers, why not, But they're unbelievable people, yeah. I really hope we're going to do something more in the future with them because they're phenomenal.
Oh, they're really, really, really good. I've been listening to them since they came out. The music they make is just, I don't know anything like it. So
they are unique. Yeah. There are no one doing that music like them. So it's...
Just while we're on the topic, what's your favorite sample that you have on that sample board?
At the moment, I have a sentence from an old movie from the 20s saying like, I'm in love with him and I intend to marry him.
Oh, yeah.
What? A drummer. He's not a real musician. He just makes some noise. I love that. But I have like 40 new samples that I don't want to spoil anything.
Okay. I am scared. No, we can say this little story about that because, I mean, the first time we decided to bring samples into our songs, I had a completely different idea than him. Okay. So, but we didn't talk to each other about it. So in my head, when he said, oh, look at it, I found some samples that are unbelievable. Okay. They are phenomenal. I don't know. In my head, I was literally thinking, oh, we're going to have some, electronic stuff.
Yeah.
Get into it.
FX Twin.
Like synths or something like this. And the first time I was there, come on, show me the samples. And instead, they were just like James Hetfield voice doing, yeah, ooh, like this. Then
I like quotes.
I know. Plenty of stuff of the old TV jingles from the Italian TV.
Yeah, there was Berlusconi was at one point.
There was Berlusconi, but that's a new one. The Berlusconi one is a new one because it's no, but it's very funny. I mean, honestly, the tough part when we practice the set list is when I'm doing a very emotional part in the song. When I'm singing in Brasko Lunch, one of the samples that didn't make me laugh so much. James Hetfield is the one that is really...
yeah, that's a good one.
He's really killing me. He's killing me.
So you'd be doing like a speech and then like in ears, you just have the sample going and no one else can hear.
Like just doing very emotional part.
Everyone can hear.
No, it's not only for me. It would be very mean that, I start laughing like an idiot and nobody can understand why. So.
But you know what? People appreciate, especially James Hetfield.
Yeah.
Can't wait to show the real one, It's like, look, we have you in our show. No, it's okay.
Actually, just with the Christmas chairs here, what's your favorite Christmas song?
Ooh, come on. What a question. Mariah Carey. Come on.
What? I never took you for a Mariah Carey fan with that song. It's my least favorite.
Man, when it went out, I remember I was at the house of my grandparents.
Okay.
They had, I don't know why I was there. My grandpa literally passed away at 101 years old. Okay.
Wow.
They were very old, man.
Wow. Okay.
And we were there to visit them, and it was the main, news channel that it was saying, oh, now we're going to show you the new Christmas song from Mariah Carey. And I remembered, the live, it was a big thing in Italy when you were broadcasting something from abroad, And one of that was literally Mariah Carey singing for the first time that song. And it blew my mind because I say, Jesus, actually is a good chorus, the way how she's doing it. And after that, it became an addiction because you listen that every time, and now I hate it. But yeah, for me, it's my favorite one because for me, Christmas, in the morning of Christmas, I have to put that song.
Fair enough.
When I open the gift with my kids, that one. And I was doing the same when I was a kid with my family. So which one is yours, Brasko?
Actually, I never thought about it, but yesterday it was on a Christmas show, and there was my daughter dancing, and that was like 4 songs, and at one point it started a Christmas song from the 30s, I think. I never heard before, and I just thought, this is my favorite Christmas song. But I forgot to go to the teacher asking
that's
her.
what it was called?
Yeah, asking her.
We'll forever be wondering.
Yeah, just the title of that song, because I want to...
And did you say, no, this is Snoop Dogg band. So really? I didn't know that song.
And because we're coming up towards the end of the year, what was the album that you listened to most this year?
Okay, I mean... For me, the album that I listened the most was for sure Blank Atlas. I mean, Down Chorus. I mean, it's always been, also my album last year. At least it's the one that I listened the most, really. Then Vower, Apricity. I don't know, you know Vower?
No, I didn't listen to that.
It's an EP that literally went out something like 1 month ago, and I kept listening to it so much. I was supposed to go to see them on Friday, but I couldn't go in the end of the story in London.
Okay, that gig.
And unbelievable.
Forgive me. Sorry about that, but lately I'm really into Italian rap music.
Italian rap
trap.
music?
Yeah.
What type of rap is the one that's prevailing in Italy?
At the moment, there's a huge scene in Italy, and trap music is going, a lot of money into that. There are a lot of artists, and most of them are not so good, to be honest. But yeah, I think the album I listened to the most this year is a mixtape from an Italian label called Machete.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
I like trap.
The Machete. What's that in English?
Machete is
the
actual sword, the big blade.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
Yeah, Machete Records, right?
Machete Record.
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
We have a constant dispute between me and Brasko, okay, about what we listen, because Brasko is a guy that when he's into a genre of music, is gonna discover everything about that. But he's analytic, so he's gonna know everything about what is going through. And sometimes, we're working on songs and we're doing heavy riffs and he start talking about, stuff.
For example, 6 years ago, I discovered the Smiths.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And for 1 year and a half, I just listened to the Smiths, and now my wife hates the Smiths. I'm sorry about that, but yeah, when I'm really into something, I just deep dive.
Should we say this is pretty hilarious. Should we say what you were into it when we were recording the Revolutions Made Together? You have to say now.
Into that.
You were into that.
No, it was just
I have no idea what's the...
Literally, Brasko doing... imagine you're... What did you say?
No, it was just because of you.
Because of me? Yeah, come on.
Just to annoy you.
No, it's not true. This is an excuse. Okay, we have to give a bit of context about that, okay? The thing is that we were...
like a couple.
We are like a couple.
You can tell you've been friends for as long as you have.
Sorry, I thought we were friends. And the thing is that we were in Liverpool recording the new album, and we rented a house to stay there while they're recording. And we did 2 mistakes. One is to give access to the Bluetooth, speaker to him. And the second one was to bring the PlayStation. Because literally in the morning, it was putting Napolitan music. Okay.
Pavarotti.
No. You did one time Pavarotti. The rest of the time was, neo-melodic Napolitan music. It's a general music that is very annoying because it's really...
To you.
Especially
not to me. It's not only to me. It's because, you have, I think that there's a big combination between, the Western music and all the kind of Arabic, where you have all the harmonic scales.
Yeah.
The Napolitan music is one of the, I think, closest to the Arabic world, okay? So everything is going around. It's very intense, okay? And you wake up in the morning, you maybe working, to be relaxing to start, singing and recording your new album that is
your new rock album.
And you wake up in the morning with this guy, because Brasko, even if he's underestimate himself, he's one of the best singer I ever worked with. He's an unbelievable singer, but he's put so much effort to sing this kind of stuff in the morning, under the shower, he can be the best singer ever. And in that mornings, I was waking up with himself singing that stuff. and I, at one point, I literally have to almost not punching him, say, come on, stop it, I cannot stand it anymore. So yeah, now at the moment, the trap music is not too bad, we went through worst.
Yeah, there's worst.
Anyway, yeah.
I do like quite a lot of Pavarotti's myself.
Pavarotti's class.
Pavarotti's amazing.
Pavarotti's our intro for our shows, so as you know. So
I love that rendition of that song that he does is gorgeous. Yeah, I have it on vinyl at home and but the only thing is, every time I put it on, my dad goes, "Oh, Pavarotti, is it?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "Pretentious much?" And I was like, "It's not pretentious. He's an amazing singer."
Honestly, he's one of the best singers of all time. For this genre of music.
Technically, people say that it's not the.
I know it's not. Of course,
in terms of singer, but it's the power.
Yeah.
It's also the showmanship. He was an amazing performer.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Also, for us was kind of impressive because Pavarotti used to do songs with the pop singers, and he was doing the Pavarotti and Friends festival, and he was doing, and he was.
I've never heard of this.
Very bad.
That was
Pavarotti featuring Michael Jackson.
What? That's not a thing.
Oh yeah, Celine Dion.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. Check it out online.
There was a festival once per year, I think.
But it's like, it's not just like people making like DJ things. It was actually him.
There was a gig.
Pavarotti live with Elton John.
Oh my God! Oh, well, that doesn't sound too bad.
No, it's okay.
Kylie Minogue or whatever.
Dolores O'Riordan went to sing with with him, and there was this kind of festival. The problem that it was, again, like all the, very lyrical thing in Italy is very important. So it was broadcast on the Rai, that is like RTE, in Italy, and when something can be good, but they start pushing to have you that. All the time that you start hating it, it's
Yeah,
kind of
I get what you mean.
But yeah, it was a legend.
Lyric singers is right. Lyric singers are great. Sing like a lyric singer is amazing. But if you are really good singing lyrical stuff, it's hard to be good even with the pop music because it's totally different approach. And sometimes, Pavarotti singing pop stuff is good. Okay, you're great, but it's not your cup of tea. No.
But think about, Ed Sheeran and Andrea Bocelli. Andrea Bocelli is still okay, but when I listened to the first...
Bocelli's just okay, is he?
No, when he's doing stuff with pop singers,
Okay. I was like, because Bocelli's pretty damn good. Like.
No, he's good. He's amazing.
Yeah, he's pretty flexible.
His soul's incredible.
He knows
as well.
how to stay in between. He know how to sing lyric and know how to sing pop stuff. It's the a total singer. He can do anything. Okay, it's different from Pavarotti. Pavarotti was a lyric singer, and that's it.
It's funny because with Andrea Bocelli and Ed Sheeran, when they decided to have this kind of collaboration together in the song, it was amazing because he tried to sing it in a pop approach, but Ed Sheeran wanted, no, I want you to sing it in a very weird and lyrical way. And it's like, okay, it sounds shit, but if I can do it. And he did it in that way in the end of the story. But it was funny because I didn't expect that he didn't want to do it in that way, how Ed Sheeran was asking him to do it. Yeah, I understand that because, if you make a collaboration with a lyric singer, of course, you want to have the kind of vibe, you don't want to have him singing in the pop with the pop style,
Yeah.
And but yeah, it was very funny.
Yeah, it is kind of weird when you see people being hired to do like a guest vocal on a song. You're like, oh, they're going to do their own thing on this song, which would be great, and then they do a completely different. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Like, the weirdest one is that if you ever listen to "Scream and Shout" by Will.i.am,
No.
Britney Spears sings on it, but for some reason she has an English accent.
Britney Spears.
Britney Spears has an English accent on "Scream and Shout" by Will.i.am.
Jesus Christ!
It's a song from like the 2010s. It's a very bizarre song.
I have to check it out.
Yeah, it's not great, but
who cares? I mean, it's fine. I listen to the trap Italian music. I can listen to that as
fair
well.
enough. We'll do one last question because we're going over for an hour. So the last question would be, in terms of underrated artist, who's one that pops into your head?
Ooh.
I know who you're going to say.
Talk, because I have just Italians coming to my head at the moment. A lot of underestimated artists.
I know. I mean, underestimated artists for sure. Let me have a think.
By Curious.
By Curious, no, I mean, they're unbelievable.
I think they're pretty rated in Ireland. Yeah, they're pretty.
Yeah. No, I mean, underestimated. In which terms you think underestimated? I think that they should have bigger success in general, right?
They deserve a bigger platform. I would say, yeah, should be celebrated more.
I don't want to be repetitive. In my opinion,
I know who you're going to say. Yeah, I knew you were going to say that.
I mean, to be fair, they should be. Yeah. They should be. I mean, way bigger than they are. I mean, but I think that it's fine because the way. I mean, after touring with them, I completely understood that their goal. I mean, they express themselves in that way. They really don't care too much about all the rest of the stuff. They taking care of that. Okay, they taking care of the business aspect of the music world because unfortunately you have to do it. There's nothing else you can do. Okay, but at the same time they are so passionate and able to express themselves in the way how they discover how to do it. So I think that they are not. Striving to get bigger because they have to, but they would deserve way more attention. But I think that they're not for everyone. Is that the fact that people, you need to be prepared to listen to Clit Drip because it's from another planet for me completely what they play. But yeah, in terms of smaller, maybe even smaller bands that they should be way bigger for sure. I would say that, I don't want to be repeated again, but Blank Atlas are another band.
Blank Atlas are a fantastic band.
Unreal.
Absolutely fantastic band. Yeah, they do the podcast where they're recording in the car, don't they?
Yeah, the Golfcast.
Yeah,
yes,
it's so good.
That's phenomenal. Yeah. It's really cool, yeah. Brasko, did you think about yours?
No, I just have to say, sorry about that, but
no, you're grand.
I totally agree. Clit Drip might play in fucking stadium.
Yeah, they should.
Definitely a high energy band. That'd be great to see them in a stadium.
yeah, for sure.
But just to tie it all out together, like, because obviously we're going to finish up here. But what does Last Vinci have in store for us in 2025?
You will see.
You will see.
You will see. For sure. No spoilers. But yeah, we're working very hard for something unbelievable. We can't wait to share with you. Hopefully soon. After this gig we're gonna do on Friday, we're gonna, wrap up what we have to go in the studio. So, there's gonna be new stuff,
fantastic.
New tours, new things.
For sure.
Yeah.
New songs, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, guys, thank you very much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you, Barra.
It's a pleasure. I love your band, and you've hosted me all weekend. So thank you very much. It's been amazing.
Thank
much
you, Barra.
appreciated.
You're a legend. Thank you so much.